Hey guys, Miss Nelson here. And today, like I told you yesterday, I am going to be reading you another book about hair. Yesterday, we read Crazy Hair Day, and we made some predictions as we were reading that story. Now today, I'm also going to be reading a book about hair, and then on Monday, I will read another book about hair, and then on Tuesday, we will all be wearing our hair crazy for our whole grade level Zoom meeting that we are going to have. And I've already been kind of thinking about how I want my hair to look and what I can do to make it super crazy. And I know that you guys are going to have some super crazy, awesome hair, and I can't wait to see that on Tuesday. Now I'm going to pull up this book that we're going to read, which is called No Haircut Today. And if you guys, I know that some of you probably know that some of the beauty shops and the barber shops and people that cut hair, they're not working right now on cutting hair in the stores. And so a lot of people are really missing getting their hair cut right now. Now at my house, at the Nelson house, that ended up resulting in me having to cut Caden, who is my son. I had to cut his hair, and he was not happy at all that I was having to cut his hair. Not that he minds having his hair cut, but I think that he didn't quite trust that I knew what I was doing, because I'm a teacher. I'm not a I didn't go to school to cut hair. I went to school so that I could teach you. So he was not very happy with having to get his hair cut at home. Now, by looking at the cover of this book, it's No Haircut Today by Elivia Savadier. And we've talked about making predictions, and even if we don't make predictions throughout the story, I always like to start with making a prediction at the beginning of the story just by looking at the cover and the title. And so if I look at the cover and the title, it says No Haircut Today, and there's a mark at the end of that No Haircut Today. It's not a period. It is, what is that? It's an exclamation point. And we know that whenever we use exclamation points, it usually means that we're feeling some pretty strong feelings, or we want our point heard. So we use that exclamation point. So we probably wouldn't read this as No Haircut Today. We would read it as No Haircut Today, because we are serious about that. Now, we don't know who's going to be serious about that. It looks like we've got a little boy here with some pretty crazy hair. It's going all over the place. Maybe he doesn't want to be having his hair cut, or maybe somebody else doesn't want to cut his hair. So we're going to read and find that out. But also, while we're reading, I want you guys to be thinking about what the central message is of this story. And we've talked a little bit in class about central message, and the central message is basically just a lesson. It's a lesson about life, and you can use what the characters in a story do and what the major events are in the story to understand what your central message is. So that's going to be our goal when we're reading this. Our goal is going to be to try to figure out what message is the author trying to teach us, or what lesson is the author trying to teach us. No Haircut Today. This is Dominic's hair. Dominic's hair is long in some spots and short in other spots. I want you guys to look at those words. So it says Dominic's hair is long. What do you notice about the word long? It's long. They made the words long to go along with the meaning of the words. What about this? It says short. What do you notice about it? Yeah, they're kind of shorter letters compared especially to that long that you see up there. And there you can see that he has some long places and some short places. Some parts are curly. You can see that they made the word curly kind of curly. Other parts are straight. There you see some of those straight and those curly parts. He does not like to have his hair cut. And I know that we've talked before, whenever you have those bold words like that, there's special emphasis. That has special meaning when you have a word that's bold. He does not like to have his hair cut. I think you can kind of see that on his face. He does not look happy. Will he have it cut in a car chair? No. How about an airplane chair? No. His mom loves to cut people's hair. She cuts their hair and curls their hair. They look great. When Dominic sees scissors, he screams. If anyone tries to hold his head, no matter how gently, he screams. And if you see right there, it says no matter how gently, and they just barely have it written on there, very gently. So they're using those words to know how to write them. His mother gets very upset. Mommy, are you mad at me? He asks. I'm not mad at you, she whispers. I love you. So how has Dominic been acting? He's been screaming and he's been yelling and screaming and telling them, do not come near me, do not cut my hair, even though he really needs it. So has he been making very good choices so far throughout this story? I don't think that he has. He hasn't made the best choices. But his mom just said she's not mad and she loves him. I love you too, he says. Her hair is cut just right. His hair isn't cut at all. Their faces touch. Their hair gets all mixed up. If you look at the word mixed and the word up, all the letters are kind of mixed up in different fonts there. They look different. No haircut today. Their eyes sparkle and they laugh. Maybe tomorrow. And you can see they're walking towards, it looks like a barber shop. So do you predict that he'll end up getting his hair cut tomorrow, maybe? I don't know. Now, we talked about the central message and how that's a lesson, a life lesson. What do you think that the central message may have been in this story, No Haircut Today? What do you think, what lesson was it trying to teach you? Did you learn anything from it? Well, Dominic didn't make the best choices, definitely. He screamed and he wasn't listening to his parents. But no matter the choices that he made, his mom still made sure to say that she loved him at the end, because no matter what choices you make, good or bad, your family is still going to love you. And that's kind of what I took away from this story, is that no matter what choices you make, you need to try to make the good ones. Even if you make some bad ones, your family is still going to love you. Now, I really liked this story, and I can't wait for Monday to read to you our next hair story, and I really can't wait for Tuesday. Remember, Tuesday, wear your craziest hair to the Zoom meeting, okay? And I can't wait to see what you all come up with. Till next time.